So if you're looking to make a quiz from Google Classroom, just make sure you're in the classroom that you want to send it out from. So I've chosen this particular class so my teachers will not be alerted about a new test. I won't create any panic in my students. I'm going to go over to classwork. All right, and I'm going to go over to the word create, a little button right here. It says create with a plus sign. And I'm going to go to a quiz assignment. And what this is going to allow me to do is I will create a film quiz. And once I've created that film quiz, all right, so there's the film quiz. I can put my instructions in here if I want to allow them to use different resources, anything else like that that are allowed to be used in the quiz, I can add that there. I can even add direct hyperlinks right here as far as things I want them to use. All right, but it's automatically going to create a blank quiz for me, and I want to show you how we go and edit that blank quiz. Click on blank quiz, and the first thing I want you to do is name it. It'll help you. So we're going to call this Class 5 Film Test. Okay, and once I do that, that's the file name for it. It has not changed the name of the quiz at the top. You can name that something else if you want to call it whatever it is that makes you happy. So I'll call this the Unit 5 test. Whoop. Unit 5 test. All right. Now, once those two headers are done, let's go over to the gearbox and click on settings. The first thing I like to do every single time giving a Google quiz is to automatically collect the email addresses. All right. And then in my particular case, I do require a sign-in to prove they're part of my class. All right. And I do limit to one response. These are options you can choose between students editing after they submit or see a summary chart and text response of their work. All right, the next tab you'll see here in the settings bar is the presentation. You can show a progress bar, you can shuffle question order. I tend to leave this off if I'm including a media-rich presentation on my test. So I'm going to go with show progress bar if I want to. Currently I leave mine off. And then of course you see here it's defaulted to making it a quiz, and the student can release their grade to them immediately after each submission. Students will be able to see their missed questions, their correct answers, and the point values of the questions. So I'm going to click on Save. The point value part is very important. If you come down here to your untitled question, I'm going to go very basic. What is film? That answer can be a whole multitude of things, but I'm going to go with just real quick, multiple choice, and I put option 1. Film is film or not film. All right, film is film or not film. I'm going to go into my answer key. Because this question is so basic and simple for them to answer, I can go with 1 point. I can go with as many points as I want, but it's important that I do that and then choose the correct answer. I put that in there. You'll see the check mark next to it, giving me the feedback that I have selected film as the correct answer to this question. So I can click on done. I also want to click on required. And now what's nice about this test, I've got my 5 points, I've got the correct answer, and I've got that in there. All right. I can go and add more questions over here. And under responses, I want to show you the responses tab. Now, obviously, since I have not sent the test out, I have no responses. What I want to do now is click on these 3 dots, the menu bar here, and if I want to, I can be emailed every time there's a new response on the test. This will create an alert sent to my email inbox that lets me know, all right, that I'm receiving that. I can also select a response destination. I can create a new spreadsheet for each class that I make this quiz for. Okay, that's really helpful if you're giving the same quiz to multiple periods of classes. You can get a different spreadsheet for each class. All right, and I will click on create. So now that response, that spreadsheet will be there when I click on this later. And that is how you really want to set up your quiz. And in our next video, we'll be looking at how we see the response forms that come in from quizzes we've given out.